Hi everyone. So long time no talk. It's been almost 2 weeks. I am doing week 20 and 21 together. Sorry if you can hear my fan. It's usually really hot in my room. So I have it on and I have a cold, so sorry if I sound ridiculous. But I will explain why I did not have an update up last week. There's a long story to that, and yeah, I think this video is going to be pretty short. There's really not much to update on, which I'm kind of glad I didn't do an update last week because, like I said, there wasn't too much to update on. So going backwards to last Friday, and I don't know what the date was. Oh, it was 12/12/14. It was around 9-10 p.m. and my animals running around if you hear them. 9-10 p.m. and I was about to go to bed. And every morning when I wake up and every night when I go to bed, I usually check Sawyer with the Doppler. Unless I feel him moving around, then I know, okay, he's fine. But just for my own peace of mind, I'm crazy like that. I'm a crazy mom. And I check him. So I went to go check him, and I was noticing that every 5th beat would skip. So I was like, okay, that's really weird. So I was like, okay, well maybe it's just his positioning. So I got up and I kind of moved around. I kind of pressed on my tummy to see if he would move around a little bit. And so I tried it again. And once again, every 5th beat or so, it would skip. So I called my mom up and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Should we call Dr. Shabetta, which is my doctor, or should I just kind of let it go? And she was like, well, what does your gut tell you to do? I was like, I really want to get it checked out. It could be nothing, but it would make me feel a little bit better if I got it checked out. So we called my doctor and he didn't answer. We have his cell phone and his house phone, which he gave to me just in case I had any questions or concerns. So he didn't answer, and he ended up being in Buffalo. So he was doing something. I don't remember what he was doing, which that's totally fine with me. He's allowed to have a life. So we called the answering service and we got another doctor, Dr. Foster, and I did not like this doctor. I felt like I was disturbing him from something that he was doing, and he kind of just shrugged me off. He was like, oh, it's probably just a blood vessel. Don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I hung up the phone and I looked at my mom and I'm like, I'm not really happy with that answer. So we packed up and went to the ER. So we went to ER, told them what was going on. At that point I was 19 weeks and 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 19 weeks and 3 days. And they sent me to labor and delivery because I think it's after 18 weeks they just send you up to labor and delivery. The on-call OB that night was like, he could have an arrhythmia, but we'll see what happens. We'll get you checked out. We'll do the Doppler, do an ultrasound, and see what's going on. So we sat while they cleaned a room. They did have a room open, but just in case someone had to come in and needed a C-section, they wanted that open, which I totally understand. No big deal. So they got a room clean, and I went back there, and they put on their Doppler, which is like the circular monitor thing that when you go into labor and delivery they put on you. And man, was that thing loud. I turned down my Doppler when I use it because I think it's way too loud, but theirs was like echoing through triage, and I was like, oh my goodness. So she put that on and found his heartbeat, and she was listening to it for a minute, and she's like, yeah, I hear what you're hearing, which is the nurse. It was the nurse, not the OB. She's like, I hear what you're hearing. So she was like, and I hear him swimming around in there. So she was awesome. I loved all the doctors and nurses at labor and delivery. I'm so excited because that's the hospital I'm going to be at when I deliver him. So that'll be so exciting. But anyway, she went and got the doctor, and the doctor came back and was like, yes, it sounds like an arrhythmia. And the way she described it to me is your atrium and your ventricles pump together. So what was happening to him is one or the other would pump before the other one, so it would sound like a beat, but it was pumping ahead of the other, if that makes sense. So it would be pumping like this, and instead this one would pump too early, and then this one would pump. So it sounded like a skip, but it really wasn't. And of course, I was only 19 weeks at the time, and I hate when they say this, but they're right. She was like, well, if it was anything, there's nothing we can do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, fine. So then they brought in the ultrasound machine. She was like, I'm going to check his heart. I can't tell you if there's something structurally wrong with his heart, like something more complex. She goes, but I can check to make sure that he has all 4 chambers and everything's good. So she put it on, and I saw him. He was moving around. He was actually very hyper, and it was his prime time of moving around, which was like at nighttime. So she was looking around, and she got his heart. So she zoomed in on his heart to check that blood flow was good and everything like that. And so there was like the little window where you could see like his heart and then part of his like chest. And he was slowly moving out of the frame. And she was like, wow, he's a wiggle worm. And prior to the ultrasound, I had told her, I was like, I'm so sorry. He never, never, never behaves for ultrasound, so I don't expect him to. So then she was like, okay, I'm just going to zoom back out. And she was looking again. And apparently he did not want her looking at his heart because he flipped around. So she was looking at his back and couldn't see his heart. So she was like, all right, he's not cooperating with me. What I can tell you is he is not in distress whatsoever. He is perfectly fine. Nowhere near being in distress. He was moving around fine. He was kicking, moving, punching, everything. There was no fluid around his heart, which was really good. And he did have all 4 chambers. So she was like, this could correct itself. She goes, or it could continue, and then your OB will end up monitoring you regularly for it, just to make sure that everything's doing okay. So I was like, okay. So we left the ER. I was happy with what she said. I got to see that he was okay, hear that he was okay, and I got an answer from a doctor. So we went home, and the next morning my OB had called, and he was talking about, what was he talking about? That I should just rest for the day and to keep an eye on it, and if it continued that we would, I would see him that following Monday. So that's why I'm going to cut off at that story, because it continues throughout the weekend, but other things happen throughout the weekend, so I don't want to skip back and forth. So then on Saturday, I had gotten my Kohl's package, which I'm so excited about, because if you saw in my last update, Sawyer has a little Dumbo. This is a Kohl's Cares stuffed animal, and if you want to hear me talk about that, I have the link to my last video down below. In every description of all of my videos, it says the previous video, so you can find what you're looking for. So I ordered 5 more. They were the Disney theme, so I had to get them. So I got Simba, little Simba. He is so cute. And then I got one of the puppies from 101 Dalmatians. And keep in mind, I got books to match each of these characters. So as we're reading the books, he has the characters. We got Pluto, and he's like stringy. He's kind of cool. He's just very skinny compared to the other ones. So there's Pluto, and he has his little tail. And then we also, online, Kohl's had this one. It wasn't in the store. Baloo from the Jungle Book. So I did get this one. And then there was another one they had on the site, but it was out of stock, so I ordered her online, or on eBay, and we got Lady from Lady and the Tramp. So those are all of the Kohl's Cares that we got. That was all of them in the set. So that is what, 6 stuffed animals. I did pay a little more than $5 for Lady, because she was on eBay. And they were obviously selling her for more. She was 12 bucks instead of 5. But I could not just not get her. Like, I don't know what it was, but I just could not. So I'm planning on getting the movies to match each animal too. I'll have to find one with Pluto in it. But yeah, that's what we did Saturday. I really just kind of rested Saturday, didn't do much, just sat on the couch, drank a lot of water. Sunday did the same exact thing. So that's really why I didn't get any videos up, because the only time I have to do it with good lighting is on the weekends. So I didn't get anything done. So the next week I turned 20 weeks. So we are halfway. I'm so excited. So we are halfway through the pregnancy. Not much happened this week either, I don't think. Tuesday I worked, Wednesday I worked, Thursday I worked. There's really not much going on, so I'm just going to quick go into symptoms. I feel him moving around a ton. I think it was the 19th week? Yes. Or, no, 20th week. We're on 21 weeks. Yeah, because I'm 20 weeks now, so I'm almost 21 weeks, so I'm referring back to each week. Okay, so anyway, back in my 19th week, I finally felt him from the outside. It hasn't happened much since then, but he was right up at the front so I could feel him, which was awesome. It was so cool. But he's moving around a lot more, and it's getting way stronger, which is crazy because, I don't know, it's just a cool feeling. So, yeah, that is basically what has gone on this week. There hasn't been many other symptoms. I got cold. I got this stomach bug thing. It lasted for like a night, and then I got this cough, and now I have this cold. So it's just been one sickness after the other. So that has been what was going on. I thought someone came into my room. It's my puppy. Hi, Rocky Man. Come here. I don't know if you guys have seen my dog. This is my doggy. It's Rocky Man. He's a Lhasa Apso and Scottish Terrier mix, so he's a crazy boy. But yeah, that is basically everything that has happened. I have to get new maternity shirts. We're going today. We're going to Old Navy to see what we can find, and I might splurge and get some more diapers for him because he's gonna need more diapers. But or wipes, one of the two. Maybe both. Oh, Rocky, seriously? Alright, so then, oh, I forgot to add. I canceled my subscription to 21 Bundles. I do have one more box that's going to be coming. Today's Saturday. No, today's Sunday. Today's Sunday. I don't know what day it is. I got the little thing from our post office yesterday, so I should get the box tomorrow. So that video should come after this one. But I subscribed to the Bloom box. I want to say Bloom. I subscribed to the Bloom box. And I did the 3-month subscription. And I had a coupon code, so I got it for a bit cheaper, like about 20 bucks cheaper for the 3 months. So that was really nice. So I'm going to try that. And then I think I may subscribe to Ipsy as well. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. So expect some subscription box openings and stuff like that. But I think that is it. I'm trying to work on his nursery as much as I can. Just with the holidays being around, there is just no time. I'm not going to show you guys his bookshelf because it looks really, really nice. And I'm waiting until I can do the nursery tour. But I can say that if you follow us on Instagram, hint, hint, you'll get to see a lot more things earlier than you would on YouTube. So I do have a picture of the bookshelf up on Instagram. And yeah, I think that is about it. I haven't really shopped that much for him after that big haul, and then the weekend after I got some stuff too, but I haven't really gotten much else. I'm kind of just trying to survive the holidays because with days off I'm not getting paid as much, and I'm trying to keep up with bills and everything like that. So yeah, I think that is it. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this bedroom to look very nice for him and for me and be functional. So yes, I think that's it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Sorry if this was a little long. I don't mean for them to be this long, but I always blabber. So, oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, so on Sunday I checked Sawyer's heart rate again because I was going to make an appointment on Monday if it was still skipping. Sunday morning it was, there was only like 2 hiccups. They sound like hiccups when he has an arrhythmia, which was essentially heart palpitations. So there was 2 hiccups in like a 30-second to a minute of listening, and then by that night it was completely gone. So yeah, everything is going great so far. My next appointment is the little problem focusing, is the 29th of December. So I will have like a doctor update when I come back from that. I do know that my doctor did agree to do an in-depth ultrasound just to check his heart in depth, so there's no shockers when he's born or anything like that. So as much as we can see. So I know that we will be doing that ultrasound just to make sure, because we do have heart issues that run in the family. So that is one thing that we're doing. And then I might do a 3D 4D ultrasound package if I have the extra money. We'll see, but that is what is pretty much going on. So I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Oh, I have to do a belly shot, so I'll quick do one of those, and then we will see you in the next video. So thanks so much for watching. Bye. So here is 20 weeks and 5 days. So here it is from the front. This is just my tank top that I wore to bed. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I wear awesome things to bed. So here's the other side. 20 weeks. I think he's finally popped out and it looks round instead of just kind of flabby, I suppose. So yeah.